Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Over Coffee, our morning talk show here on LITT. That's Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network, where we talk about games or just about anything else. I'm here with my co-hosts, Rich, John, and Doug. While you listen to us while you're getting ready for work, or watch us later, or we'll be on YouTube also. And we'd love to hear from you. Hopefully in chat, you can talk to us about topics or comments or feedback, or tell us our sound levels or whatever, or randomly what's going on or what game you played. And today is Wednesday, the 10th of March in the year of the Apocalypse Plus 2021. Should we call it the year of the potential saving of the vaccine, or I don't know. We're looking for names to call it. So if you have an idea, let us know.
The next one.
The next one, the next year.
But like every year is just like a blur nowadays. It's just like, what's that? What's up next? That's just the next one.
Yep. I played some Call of Cthulhu on Monday night. That was fun. You guys play anything recently in the last 2 days?
Yeah, mostly just the same stuff I've been playing
Yeah,
online.
yeah. You're tired of hearing me say Project Zomboid. Just like I'm tired of Twilight 2000. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Oh, that's coming up Thursday night. You'll hear about that on Friday.
I did spend something like 12, almost 12 straight hours in meetings on Monday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, were they gaming related meetings?
No. One.
One
But-
was? Okay.
But other than that, no.
Fun times for the rich over there. Fun times.
So, but anyway, so what is our topic today? Oh, what? Doug not being here? Oh, okay, good. How late do you think he stayed up that he couldn't wake up for the show in the morning?
Wait, I thought I saw him there.
No, he's not there.
Oh, okay.
He's not there.
Well, what was he doing being up so late?
I have no idea, but we can imagine. What do you think he was doing, John?
Oh, I have something to talk about.
Oh, fine.
Oh, should I do the news then first?
Okay,
We got
fine.
multiple topics. Hey, a bunch of people just joined us. Thanks for checking out Over Coffee
Do,
here.
do the news.
Gaming talk show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning.
I hate
Okay,
the
cool.
news.
You hate well, we don't have to do the news. We have meetings that we can decide to cancel the news.
Go. This is a news show.
How about we talk about maybe just one or two news related things?
Well,
I was reading an article yesterday about what is it? Candle. What's the name of that next D&D book that's coming out? I think
Candlekeep.
next week.
Candlekeep something, yeah.
Yes. So I read an article. There was a review about it on Polygon, I believe, that said some pretty positive stuff. They were praising the overall like aesthetic of the book because it's much more
Because it's pretty.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a good thing. Like that's something like I
pretty.
feel like a lot of modern D&D games or even 4E kind of lacked a lot of that je ne sais quoi that really kind of made the game stand out. So
Did you just say je ne sais quoi?
Yeah.
For
I used
you.
it in an appropriate setting. Like I used it in the right.
I didn't say you didn't. I said good for you.
By the way, as a side note, Ziner says, "Hey, you guys, you should make a committee and have a meeting about the next meeting."
Let's have a meeting about the next meeting.
Anyway,
And for those of you that have joined us, stay tuned for a little bit because I'm about to go off on a game store.
No.
Don't name anything specific. You don't want to start anything online.
Why
Are we
not?
supposed to be
I got.
ally.
I'm gonna get text printouts of what was said. So there's nothing to start online.
Do you have permission from the person to that you can share this information?
Listen, let me tell you something. What he told me that this guy said to him, if they are truly in those texts, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go off, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody in our network, and we have a lot of people in our network, everybody in our network is gonna know about this.
Okay.
Now, Magic players may not stop going because they're Magic players, and they're like cats. They're not really loyal.
There you go. All right, John. What about Candlekeep Mysteries?
So it said that it does a lot of stuff of like giving you tools and materials you can throw into any game because like they make sure that nothing is specifically tied 100% to any one specific setting. So it's got some malleability. They mentioned that it like I said, they talk about the aesthetics. They
Okay.
showed some pictures from the special game store only version, which looked kind of nice. And
Right.
yeah, and they said that the fact that it's from a collaboration of different artists, meaning different writers for each chapter, quote unquote, means that it has a very different feel for each adventure, so it doesn't just feel like 20 of the same thing just randomly realigned or whatever.
Right. Candlekeep Mysteries is a collection of 17 short standalone D&D adventures designed for characters levels 1 to 16. So,
I thought it was 20.
well, it says 17. So,
Yeah, I might have just maybe misremembering it in my
So
head.
I just like to point out that neither of you agreed on that final number. Dave said 1 to 16. John said I thought it was 20. Dave said
No.
it says 17. I mean, that's
No.
exactly what you guys said.
Hold on a second. I thought he's talking about the number of stories. It's for characters levels 1 to 16, but there's 17 short standalone D&D adventures.
Okay. All right.
So actually, I don't know if John thought it was levels 1 to 20, or if there was 20 short standalones.
Because it just didn't make any sense.
20 short standalones. 20 short standalones.
Well, there's 17 short standalones.
Didn't make any sense. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's early, and we're in the middle of drinking our coffee, so give us a break. There's John's shirt. Okay. Cool. Should I?
Oh, so do we want to talk about? Well, did either of you guys have anything you want to talk about before I segue into the thing that I was thinking about discussing?
Well, I could still do the regular news, or we can skip it, and I'll do it Friday.
How about this? Pick one thing from the regular news that looks really exciting to you.
Looks really exciting to you.
So
here you go. I got. Oh.
I know that Matt.
Go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. There's some background noise. Okay, hey, do you have an idea? Here's something. Do you have an idea for your next big game, or even just a small game you might think other people would enjoy, or something in between? Want to get a chance to get it created? AEG is taking submissions through their program called Pitch Project for game designers to submit their games that they could be picked up by the company for development distribution. So all those game designers out there that have got some sort of idea, check out AEG Pitch Project. I'll see if I can find a link for you. All right, I'm done.
So as we speak, I am getting the text messages between a customer that used to go to our store and the game store owner of the store he now goes to while we are under renovations. It seems that our friend here has been banned from this aforementioned game store. He was banned for breaking a previously broken couch. Let's start with the couch. It's a game store. It's not a boutique. The hell do you have a couch in your game store for? That's gross. Those things, you can't keep a couch clean in a game store.
Yeah,
Well,
I hate to say it, like from also being a game store owner, you couldn't keep chairs clean. What makes you think a couch is going to be any better?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I really wish Doug was here because I know Empire had a couch, and so Empire had a couch. Doug's game store had a couch in front of a video game console where they played video games. So, like Dave said,
I slept on 3 chairs in a row at the store. Does that count as a couch?
oh no,
Okay.
it's not. But you can't. But your game store, especially on Long Island, you don't have a couch. First of all, this game store that we're talking about is small. It uses a basement for its tournaments, and one way they shouldn't be because there's only one entrance into the basement. But that's not for me,
Right.
in general. But but when you're the game store owner and you're gonna bring a piece of couch, you know what? Maybe you should expect it to get broken because I happen to know the clientele in this area that goes to these game stores. They're not small, all right? So they're gonna break a couch. Again, like John said, we would lose a chair a month, right, John? About a chair a month?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say a chair a month, but to put it another way,
It's a chair a
you
month.
knew that furniture was going to get wrecked. Like you knew that like people were going to be unclean or people were going to be a bit on the heavy side and stuff was going to break. So it's like, did we lose a chair a month? No, but at the same time, like we have gone through furniture. It's a thing. Plus, I also know some of the people who would come to the game store. I wouldn't trust them to sit on a couch.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. We don't want to get into some of the gross things that we're talking about here, but yeah, you don't put a couch in your game store, at least on Long Island. And Zynar, so the waiting room chairs that are like attached, yeah, they're kind of like a couch, but not exactly. And the game store doesn't have a waiting room.
Let me put it this way: I would rather lick the chair at a doctor's office at a waiting room than like, let's say, sit on a couch at a game store.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's correct,
the level of
right?
cleanliness I would
this
say.
is an exclusive we
So-
have. He'd rather lick the chair at a doctor's office.
Yeah,
Okay, go
that's
ahead.
kind of gross. So anyway, so this person gets banned from the store for breaking a couch that was already broken by the owner or somebody else. I don't know. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know. So I'm not going to pretend that I do. But it was a previously broken couch. It was just a piece of crap, right? So this person then broke a piece of crap. And the owner had the gall to say, you got to find me a new couch. And so this kid said, I can't, but I'd be happy to start up a jar and contribute towards tips to get a new couch or to get another couch. So apparently, the reason why he got banned is twofold. And reading the text, I can see why it was twofold. So the first one was for breaking the couch, and the second was because this guy talked to someone that the owner didn't like. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? This is the kind of juvenile, infinitesimal attitude, mental brain person that shouldn't be having a store. I can't stand it.
It's store politics. It's store politics, but in the dumbest way. Of like, if at the same time, if the store owner, if word got around to somebody who got banned that, like, you know, was talking to somebody about the store, then it means that you probably shouldn't have been talking that loudly in the first place, or it shouldn't have been, or there should have been some justifiable reason. Like,
But that's my point, John. I mean, we know almost all the store owners on the island, right? And the longest running store is run by someone who turns out to be one of the nicest guys. You know?
That's not what I meant more so like when we, like, to be honest, as a store, we talked and we, gossiped about certain people. But a lot of the times when we as a store owner complained, it was because of either somebody was, again, flat out unhygienic. And it was just like, this is ridiculous to having to constantly deal with this. Or somebody who would argue prices. Because as a store owner, the bane of your existence is somebody who says, well, I can get that from Amazon for cheaper. Or, come on, I don't want to pay the full price for something. What can you sell it to me as? Whereas, no other industry has to deal with that, Like, you can't walk into a supermarket and say, yeah, these apples are $3 for $1, but what if I take one more for the dollar? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so John, Sean wants to know if there is a prize in that box.
no.
But so my point is like, I can't stand this. I can't stand this treatment. I can't stand these types of owners. I can't. I just can't. This is why I don't. And this is not the first owner of the store. The store keeps jumping and flipping because of exactly what's going on.
Well, actually, because it's a terrible location.
It's just a terrible store. The previous owner, at least, he wasn't a jerk. I should say the original owner or whatever. The one that owned the store when we moved in to our location here in Lindenhurst. Because we talked to him, and you can't talk to someone like this, because if he gets angry and this is the type of language that he's going to use when he gets angry, are you kidding me, right? I have friends who bring their kids there. I think I may have to tell them what the owner's like. Now, and I will say this, and I know the person is here on chat, Sean, but, we also know that patrons can irritate us as owners. We know this because we've owned the store. We've been there. And you just can't turn around and take it out on them. It's generally not their fault. If you're going to open up a space where people can congregate for long periods of time, because that's what happens. Thank you, Sean. But because you can't take it out on them when they irritate you. You just can't. If you're going to run tournaments and you're going to run open gaming space and you're going to let these things go on, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it makes me angry.
Wow, very nice. Thank you. Don't you agree?
Thank you. Yeah, it's really nice. Thank you. Not about you, about my shirt.
No, that's okay. I like your shirt too.
So, we move on to another topic.
Yeah, I guess so.
I watched a new show yesterday on Netflix that I had mixed feelings about. I mean, I only saw one episode, but I wasn't too sure if I want to go back with it or not. I watched that new Pacific Rim series. The Pacific Rim, I think it's In the Black or something, The Black or something like that.
Okay.
And it's all CGI. Yeah, fine. It's all CGI. Each episode like 30 minutes, so like your standard thing and whatever. And I liked the first Pacific Rim movie, but I just it didn't really catch my attention as much, And I don't know if it was maybe just a bit too by the numbers, or maybe I just don't like the idea of like CGI shows, just because I feel like it's I don't know what the cost would be to do something like this. So it's a more of a matter of like, is it an aesthetic kind of deal, or is it just as a way of like, making it affordable? Sorry.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the concept of the show.
Then have you seen any CGI only shows lately?
No, I haven't. I apologize, John. Dave, have you?
No, I don't know if I've seen. I haven't actually heard of this show, and I'm normally on Netflix quite a lot. So I will have to check it out. But I don't think I've seen any like CGI only shows.
How many episodes did you watch, John?
I mean, I only watched one, but like I said, the thing of it was is that like I don't know, like it just didn't really like catch my attention to make me feel like I want to see what the next one leads to.
Beast Wars. Beast Wars is a Transformers one?
That was way different. That was actually probably better.
Yeah, that one was. I thought that was decent.
Well, a lot of early '90s CGI, because it was so, let's just say, rough in terms of like the aesthetics, because they were still kind of learning it and whatnot.
Right.
I thought they took a lot more effort to make it more animated. Like there was a lot more action going on because they wanted to make it look cooler.
Yep.
This was a lot more stiff and rugged. Think of like PS2 graphics, if that makes sense.
If you guys ask me any questions, I get cut out as I drive away from my Wi-Fi.
No, that's fine. We're just talking about like '90s CGI. I mean, there was like Reboot was pretty good. That was in the '90s.
Oh, that's what Zynar said. Favorite CGI show, Zynar's was Reboot. I didn't watch any of that. I mean, I've seen Beast Wars, but I didn't see Reboot. So,
what are those? What's the premise of those shows? I never even heard of them.
Well, Beast Wars is Transformers.
Okay.
Reboot. The idea of it was, is it was characters who live inside of a computer, who, they have to deal with like, threats. Like there's a virus who's trying to take over the city and whatnot. And the big part of it was, anytime that the user, quote unquote, would launch a game, it would block off a section of the computer. And if the user won the game, that whole section would essentially be deleted. Like the people in it would be transformed to like these slug things called nulls, and so it was this. So what would happen is the characters would have to get into the games, beat the user, so that way everybody would be saved. And
so you had to make people lose games? That's horrible.
What a concept of this show.
Yeah, that's
should
not
be
fun. I don't want to play
they
any
should-
more games if I know I'm going to lose because of these guys.
They should be jumping into the game and helping the person playing the game.
Well, I mean, think about the concept. I mean, it's so like they're the anti-heroes when you think about it. I mean, yes, they may be saving things, but they're not saving things because people just want to play video games. Sometimes you just want to win.
Maybe we need to make a video game about being inside the computer attacking the viruses. It's probably been done.
Tron?
Right?
What?
I think that's what he.
Like Tron?
Like
Yeah, Tron.
Yeah.
You know, hey John, did you ever see the reboot of Tron? I never saw it.
I did.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
thought it was good. I thought it was good. I don't know.
How does the original Tron hold up?
I don't know if I've ever seen the original Tron. So
What? So of course you like the new Tron because you haven't seen the original Tron.
well, there you go.
From what I heard, it doesn't. It's like it was a cool idea, a big list, and a lot of like experimentation, but the end product just doesn't really come together, you know?
Yeah, Zynar said the
That's
original
really-
Tron is still campy. I believe that. I don't think they actually changed the movie. I was just curious how it held up because I liked it when I was young, but you know, that not everything is good when you get older.
On the day you guys stopped me from reading all my news stories, we have 2 exclusive stories, and we've stopped talking about both of them.
What were the 2 exclusive stories?
The store situation and
Yes.
John's show. The show that John picked up.
Oh well, because none of us actually saw saw the show,
Not even
so we
that.
can't
I
really
thought
add to it.
Because Rich, I know you watch a lot of animated programming. I thought you would at least would have seen something with the same kind of aesthetic. So at least you had something to talk about. Oh, actually, how about this? Let me just kind of maybe shotgun a bunch of stuff out there for you. Have you seen any of the Star Wars cartoons? And I'm not talking about the Boba Fett segment from the animated Christmas special.
Oh, then no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I watched most of the Clone Wars.
Right.
The CGI one?
Yeah, the one that's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like that. So like to put it in perspective, like it's a CGI show, but it doesn't look like that. It
Are you
has a
talking
more-
about animated series? So are you saying CGI is animated? Maybe I'm confused.
Yes,
Isn't
but
Clone
not-
Wars animated?
It's all CGI, meaning there's no live action characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's animated. That's what I call animated, not CGI.
There's a difference
Animated
between
with-
animation and CGI. CGI is really computer generated. Animation is generally not.
Oh, so I always called computer generated animation
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah, no, Sean, he knows. That's why he was asking, making sure that I wasn't talking about the animated series. I do know that there's 2. But I watched the CGI version. So yeah, okay. So it's like that. Wait,
No,
what?
it's actually not like that. I mean, like in terms of creation, it's like that, and that it's all computer generated. I guess the easiest way to describe it is it has a more like anime-esque look in the sense that it's made to look much more like like an Asian inspired or like a Japanese show, as opposed to like something like, let's say, Star Wars or whatever, where it's very much like has a certain like I'd say more cartoonish look to it. And
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that style before. It's almost like they have real people and animated them.
right. The only
I
issue
don't-
though is that sometimes if it's not done very well, it can be a little like jerky. Like it's like I said, it's like watching PlayStation 2 graphics.
See, I don't think the general population thinks of it that way. They wouldn't call what they considered a cartoon a animated series CGI. CGI says to me that the actors are human, all dressed up in those outfits with the little balls all over them, and then it's filmed and an animation is put over them. That's to me CGI.
Now, you know what? Get with the times.
I,
Because people today understand.
so what does CGI actually stand for? Computer generated what?
Computer generated imagery or images or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, like, to put it this way, you've seen Monsters Inc., right?
I've seen what?
Have you seen Monsters Inc.?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
Would you call both of them animation
Yes.
with no distinction?
No distinction. I think just the general population would call them animated. I don't think they're going to call them C. Hey, did you see the CGI movie Little Mermaid or CGI movie Monsters Inc.? I understand what you're saying, that animation, the traditional animation is, you got glass painted slides. And
No, that's not how it's said. That's not how it's said, Dave. People say, "Have you seen Monsters Inc.?" By the way, that was CGI. They say it's slightly different. I understand where you're trying to go, but your adult ways will not. They do not belong here.
Well, that's why I'm on the show, so I can get some education.
You can become hip. Wait, people don't say that anymore.
I can become new wave. No, they don't say that anymore either.
By the way, there are I think Dave may be the only boomer on the show, Sean. I'm just gonna say it. I'm going out on a limb here.
No, I was born in '68. Isn't boomers like after the born? From the.
No, I think you're a boomer.
Is there an age distinction for boomers?
Yes, there is. Hang on. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Right.
No. You're good. You're good. Boomers are 55 to 64.
Right.
All right. So you're not a boomer. You're an X.
Okay. So what am I?
You're Gen X.
Is that what I am?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm surprised it's not like a different way to tell it. Like, do you own a Stevie Nicks album? Then you're a boomer.
I do not own a Stevie Nicks album.
Oh, then there you go. See?
It's all about the spirit, Sean said. So you act like a boomer.
No, I mean, like, look. Like, maybe the way I was defining it might not be the way that
Makes sense, Sean.
defended. But I feel like there's a lot more programming that utilizes computer-generated graphics as a way of doing animation, and it's kind of hit or miss. Because on the one hand, it doesn't look that impressive. Maybe like a few years ago, I'd be like, like maybe it looks cool. But even like I said, something like Beast Wars or Reboot, I think maybe that's something that we should do over the weekend to talk about for Monday. Is you could watch an episode of the show that I was talking about. And you can watch an episode of Reboot, I'm sure you can probably find on YouTube, and tell me which one you think is more impressive.
That's a really good idea, actually, John.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. So you want us three, somebody will tell Doug, Zynar, and Sean to go watch an episode of what?
Watch that first episode of the new Pacific Rim series that's on Netflix.
Pacific Rim.
And then see if you can find the pilot episode or the first episode of Reboot.
All right.
Sean, homework follows you for your entire life. I don't care if you didn't like it in school. I don't care if you ran away from school because of it. You still get homework. Watch an episode. Sorry, John. Say it again.
I'm washing my teeth anyway.
Okay. So what? So what episode? An episode of which one? I apologize.
Watch the first episode of that new Pacific Rim show on Netflix.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it.
I think it's called The Black. I think it's Pacific. If you look at Pacific Rim, you'll be able to tell that there's a series. They're probably promoting it. So
I gotta go. You guys can finish up.
It's called The Black. Yeah. All right, take us home.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you guys can continue, but thanks. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks, Zynar. Thanks, Sean. Thanks to whoever else joined in. I think Derek was there too. So really appreciate it. Catch us Friday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. And with that said, make sure you guys watch those shows too, so we can talk about them. And good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nothing from Doug? Oh, wait, he's not here. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh.
Are we off?